Hi everyone, this is Demari, and you're here watching the light work reading for the sign of Libra. Okay, so I just want to explain, with this I'll be using the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and this is particularly great for doing light work, and it really helps you to get to the crux of your soul calling and the work that's really going to be relevant to your soul mission. And it just helps you really get to the heart of your higher aspects. It gives you an indication of where your focus and your energy lies, actually, overall. I just really like it. I think it's a really beautiful deck. I mean, the cards are wonderful, very nicely designed, but also it just really embodies that energy, that warmth and that light, and just in a really nurturing, supportive way. So it's just great for doing this kind of work and giving you those kind of messages. And then I will be clarifying the message with 2 tarot decks. So I'm just going to get stuck in and pull out the cards in regards to your soul mission. So the first one, this is to do with what are you leaving behind, right? So the energies, behaviours, thoughts, feelings, circumstances that do not serve this higher calling that you have. So what is it that Libra is leaving behind in order to go ahead and do the work? Okay, so I actually got both of them at once, but I'm going to put this down. So first one, it says just say yes. So I think you're leaving behind this hesitancy that you have. You're leaving behind this umming and ahhing of where you should go. Should I do this? Should I not? This lack of decisiveness, that's what you're leaving behind. But I will read from the book shortly so you can get a bit more information from the creator of this deck themselves. And then the next card addresses what you're being called towards, right? What your soul is calling you to do. And you got the Get Grounded card, okay? And that says they're empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So that's what it's calling you to do. You see, this is her aura, this is her higher self, right? Illuminated, surrounded by nature. You even got the famous tree holding the Buddha head. That's somewhere I actually went to in Thailand, and trust me, that is a very powerfully charged place for this kind of work. It really resonated with me. So when I saw this on the card and this feminine energy, just channeling the surrounding nature energies and just being next to the tree holding the Buddha head, that was really powerful for me. I really loved that. So it's great that you got this as well. So let me just put that down. So yeah, I'll just give you a bit of background info from the creator so you can see what exactly that message meant when they created the card, what they wanted it to represent, and then we can apply how that works in the position it's in. So the first one is yes. Okay. So basically, do you know what it says? Yes. Don't overthink it, just say yes. Okay? So that's it, I think that's the problem. You've been stuck in just thinking, I don't know where to go ahead. So I feel like you already know what you're being compelled to do. I think you feel it on a soul level. Again, that will depend on how you're watching this. So if you're watching this in position to your sun sign, then you will be feeling that on a soul level. You'll be feeling that call consistently. It may even be keeping you up at night. It'll be really just resonating within you that you need to do this work, right? If you're looking at this from your moon sign in your chart, I feel like this is something that you feel passionate about in terms of where it aligns with your feelings and your principles. So you feel like, you know, you want to be aligned with this concept, or you want to connect with those who are doing this work because you believe in it and you want to show your support, right? And I feel like if you're watching this from your rising sign, that this message is something you want to embody more of, or you want to aspire towards similar aspects of it. There'll be aspects of this reading that you feel resonate with the things that you feel passionately about, and you know, you want to use that as an inspiration, as a source of inspiration for your path. Okay, so that's how you can apply it. That's why I think it's important that you know what your sun, moon and rising is, particularly for these readings, and then watch accordingly and see how that applies, so you get a more personalized view of what your calling could be, right? It is, because every path is different, so there's going to be multiple layers and aspects to it, so I think that just gives you a bit more of depth, okay? So yeah, just don't overthink it. You know what you're being called to do, so do it, right? That's what it's saying, do it. So we'll move on to the next card, getting grounded. As I said, that's about becoming one with nature. It's reconnecting with nature on a soul level, you know, with the high aspect. It's about grounding yourself so that you are looking at things from the right lens, that you're detached from the things that are not serving you, that bring you out of that union with, you know, your higher self, higher energies, and, you know, the energies of the nature around you, right? Your environment. And I think that's really important, especially at a time where, you know, we're so at odds with our environment, we're so at odds with the care of our home, right? Like the planet. And it's not just our home, it's very much an aspect of self. Like, you know, we are all connected to it. So we are we're not only at odds with other living beings and, you know, the planet, we're at odds with ourselves. So that's why it's so important to do that work. So I'll just go to the page quickly. You are being called to get grounded, to ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you're not grounded, it is all too easy to get swept up in other people's energy and mistake it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you're absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. If you pulled this card, you are very likely an empath or a highly sensitive person and need time alone to fill up your well. Balance your energy and get grounded. There are two types of people, those who draw energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are and carve out time each day to ensure your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all superpowers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It is easy to get swept up in the high frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all of this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting to the power of the Mother Earth. Spend time in nature, put your hands on a tree, your palms are extensions of your heart chakra, or walk barefoot on the earth. And that's it, that grounding is so important because, you know, you're going to be getting these downloads, you're going to be getting these high frequency energies and messages, right? But you need to be of the right state in order to receive them. Otherwise, it's just going to create absolute chaos within yourself and you're not going to deal with it very well. So that's why it's so important that you just ground yourself first, that you just realign and reattune your own frequency so that you match, you know, the base frequency of your environment, you know, the earth, not obviously wherever you're living, but I just mean like with the earth's frequency. Alright, so that's really important, so that should be your focus moving forward. So now what I'm going to do is just pull a 3-card spread using the Wild Unknown Tarot. Again, that's very much, these cards are very much aligned with nature magic and, you know, Mother Earth energies. So that's why I really like using these cards. So first of all, I'm going to pull a card that describes your recent past, the circumstances and thoughts and feelings that you're coming out of that do not serve the purpose, those that you're in currently, and then where you're headed. Okay, so I'll pull those 3 first, and then we can go on to the next step. So what is in the recent past? Okay. Ah, that's interesting. You've got the High Priestess upright. So you've already been doing this work, right? Just say yes, right? It's saying stop overthinking it and just keep doing it, right? So you're already on track, right? You've already started this journey, which is awesome, you know? But you need to keep going. You need to stop second guessing yourself because you're already on the path. You're not, like I said, you know what you need to do. You're already fully aware because you're already doing it. And what are you doing currently? Son of Swords. So you're taking this work seriously. And Son of Swords represents the Knight of Swords, by the way. So you see how the owl is charging with the sword, right? He's going straight into it, going into battle. So this is where you are currently. You are doing the work and you want to go full steam ahead, but you've just got this slight hesitancy, like, am I doing the right thing? It's not that it's stopping you from doing it, but I think you're feeling more like, am I doing the right thing? Am I heading in the right direction? You know, am I picking my battles in the right way? And I feel like you are. I feel like you are on track. You're doing the right thing. You just need to keep moving forward and everything will be fine. You're being guided. And, you know, by grounding yourself, you'll have that reassurance that you are on the right path and that it is bringing you towards that more aligned sense of being. So that, you know, as you start to match your frequency with the earth, you can help restore balance. Yeah, so I just saw the star flash then, yeah. So yeah, that's that divine consciousness, right? You need to stop overthinking it, second guessing yourself. You're on the right track. That was the 9 of Swords in the upright. So keep moving forward. You're doing well. You're doing the right thing. You're on the right path. Just keep going. Don't let anyone make you second guess yourself. Maybe that's what's going on as well. It's not just that you're questioning whether you're doing the right thing, but maybe you've got people, naysayers around you that don't understand your path, so they're trying to give you their input when it doesn't apply. And then moving forward in the future, you've got the 3 of Wands, right? Mastery, self-mastery, you know, focus, creation, vision, insight. You're going to be manifesting a lot of things. You know, all of that's coming from you. As long as you don't allow anything to deter you, you're going to manifest a lot of things that are more aligned to the reality you wish to see. Because it can't continue. Death card. It's the end of a cycle. A new one has begun. As we know, we're going through the transition right now, so that's why it's really messy and things are quite chaotic in the world. Everything just seems really, you know, upside down in its head. Things don't make sense, and that's because we're going through this transition. So we're seeing the destruction of the old so that the new can be ushered in, right? You've got the Mother of Pentacles there, the Empress in reverse. And as such, you're really feeling that because of this, all these energies that are coming in. You're really feeling it. You're being affected by it. You know, 6 of Wands in reverse. But you can't let that throw you off center. That's why it's so important that you get grounded in nature. I'm always telling people to do that, because that literally is what prevented me from just having a complete breakdown, right? Like, you know, there were several times where I was literally at my wit's end, and what actually helped me to restore balance and calm and peace of mind was just reconnecting with the earth. You know, it's, to me, it's like one of the most important things that should be a part of your life, right? Being connected with your environment, being connected with the support network, you know, the web of consciousness. And that's the thing, you're going to manifest a great many things if you remain grounded. So now I just want to pull the cards for, in terms of the message you have to unify yourself, right? So what that means is this will give you an indication of what work you need to do to unify the two aspects of self. You know, we normally see it as us being dualistic in terms of our light and shadow, but really they're the one and the same. It's just different sides of the scale, I guess you can call it, but it's all part of the same scale. So it's just finding that unity between the two poles, right? So what is the message for Libra in order to unify the self? Okay, so you've got the Empress in reverse again. Now, it flashed up for you previously, but it's come back out. The Empress in reverse. So again, you need to... I feel like you need to allow yourself to embody your true nature. This nurturing, motherly aspect you have of yourself. I feel like maybe... some circumstances have been holding that back from allowing that to really come out, or maybe that you're showing it in the wrong ways, and that you need to align so you know how to best project and demonstrate those qualities that you have, which is again like the divine sort of feminine energy. But, well, more divine feminine, well, it does encompass that, but I feel like it's more Mother Earth energy, right? I feel like it's very much nature energy, and like natural energy, nature magic energy, rather than, you know, ascendant. So, you know, it's being really in touch with your feminine aspects on the natural sense. So that nurturing, caring, compassionate, sort of motherly aspects. And just not being afraid to embody that, but in the right ways. So that you're not, being condescending, and you're not giving that affection and nurturing, and sharing your wisdom with those who are not prepared to hear it or accept it, right? So it's knowing how to embody that and when to apply it, I think. But you very much are embodying that energy right now. And that's not, you know, that's not for just women or any gender. That's just literally the energy, the feminine energy coming in, that nurturing caregiver energy. So that applies to everyone, obviously who's watching for Libra, who has Libra in their sun, moon or rising in their chart. So yeah, I just feel like you need to just, you know, be you, basically. Do you, be you, but just know that not everyone is at that stage where they're ready to accept that that energy. They're not willing to accept that support, right? So once you've grounded yourself, you may find that you try and help others do the same, but not everyone is going to be ready to hear that message, right? But you have to do that within yourself. So that needs to be your focus. Don't worry if they're not ready. You focus on doing it for yourself. I think that's the main message here. Do it for yourself. Need it. And then once you do that for yourself, you can put that out in the world and you can give that energy to those who are ready to receive it. But for now, you need to focus on making sure you are aligned so that you can do that, okay? And then I was looking at the message. Well, I was pulling for the message for your for unifying with others, right? So connecting on on consciousness level with others. And you got the Chariot in reverse. So again, don't push it, don't force it. Those who are ready to receive that connection, to receive that nurturing, healing aspects of you, they will accept it with arms open, okay? So you don't have to force it, you don't have to convince them. If they're not feeling it, that's fine, you leave them to it and you wish them the best, but you can't enforce that on people. They have to be ready to accept that support, and that nurturing that you're trying to give. And then for your overall energy, I just pulled the Mother of Pentacles in reverse. So that's the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. That flashed up twice for you now as well. So I feel like, you literally do, right now, you are embodying the energy of the mother, right? You have that nurturing to give to others, but you have to focus on grounding yourself first, and then you can share that with those who are ready. So I just want to clarify these cards a bit more so you can get a bit more information. But don't worry, I'm not going to make this read too long because I know that, I don't want any of you guys sleeping on me, so just falling asleep. But I just like to go in depth because I think it's important, especially for those who this truly resonates with. It's good to have as much insight as possible, so you know how it can apply to your situation, especially when you combine it with the other aspects of your chart. So first of all, I just want to clarify this High Priestess. Yeah, 10 of Swords in the upright. So there's no more time to be second guessing. You just got to keep moving forward. Because those things that had you second guessing, whether it's people or circumstances, they're no longer going to be in your life. I mean, I think they're already gone actually at this point. I think you've already removed yourself from that situation, or they have been removed, or they removed themselves. So there's no time for looking back, right? You see how this is, she's looking back here. No time for that, no time for looking back. You need to keep moving forward, keep heading forward as you are, okay? So let's just clarify the Sun of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords in the upright. Yeah. Queen of Cups. So emotionally, you're very balanced. You know what you need to do. You're very passionate about this journey. You're coming from a good place with it. I don't feel like there's any I don't feel like there's any negative connotations with it. I feel like it's just, you just got to keep moving forward. You're ready. You know what you're doing. In the past, you've just had some wavering doubt because of circumstances, I think. But, in yourself, you know what you need to do. You know where you're headed and you're ready. So just keep charging forward. Because you are going to be operating in a much more balanced way. You're going to feel much more emotionally fulfilled when you do this grounding and you really focus on being the conduit for these energies that are coming in. Okay, so that's what I feel like with this reading, that you're going to be a conduit for some very powerful nurturing and healing energy. So you need to be open for that and be, a vessel that is best suited for that, right? Because that's what you are, I feel. You're a vessel for this energy that's coming in, and that's why you are so sensitive, and you are affected by the energies around you. So that's why these toxic energies had to be removed from your life, so that you're in a position where you can start to ground yourself and then receive these really powerful, transformative healing energy that you can share with others. Now, for your Three of Wands, I just pulled the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like you are going to manifest a great many things, but it's being divinely guided. I feel like you're the one that's pulling the strings with this. I feel like even though you are embodying this Emperor energy, that you're really taking matters into your own hands. And so you see how like the Emperor and the Empress are here, right? I feel like even though you are taking matters into your own hands and you're manifesting, I feel like the universe is guiding it for you. And I feel like you have to do much else other than get your mind, body and spirit right. And the rest will be communicated for you. So you don't need to question what you need to be doing. You don't need to have everything sussed out. You're being guided. And it will become clear as you carry on down your journey what it is that you're meant to be doing. But I feel like the main message for you here is to just get yourself right, connect with nature, ground yourself, take care of yourself, mind, body and spirit, so that you can be the best possible vessel for the energies that are going to be coming in. Because it's not only going to transform you, it's going to transform how you interact with others and the type of work that you'll be doing with where other people are concerned. So to clarify the Empress, you just got the Knight of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I mean, again, you just have to trust in self, trust in the universe, that you are on the right path. Don't allow anyone that has you second guessing again to come in, because that's what's going to bring emotional depletion from your life, and then that will have you in a state of fear again rather than a place of knowing. So don't allow any circumstance or individual to come into your life that has you second guessing again, because you don't have time for that. You're on to bigger and better things right now. So you have to just really keep the energy around you quite grounded and quite positive. So you have to be mindful with what you connect with at this time. Then for the Chariot, so how you connect with others, you've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, I mean, there's no time to be hanging around. There's no need to be trying to make others understand, because you don't need to. You just need to move forward. And I feel like you're not really going to do that anymore anyway. I think you're going to realize that doesn't serve you and it doesn't get you anywhere. So it's best to just keep moving forward on your own path, and then you'll make the connections and you'll be able to support those who are ready to receive it, and that they'll see just how much you have to offer, actually. So yeah, just keep moving forward, and you're going to be attracting those kinds of people. And then to clarify the Mother of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so you've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so I feel like with the Mother of Pentacles in reverse, it's saying there is still some work to be done, okay? So that's why it's really important that your focus is on your own emotional, spiritual fulfillment, and also feeling emotionally balanced and grounded, and really taking the time to take care of yourself. So it's not just about how you feel emotionally and connecting spiritually. You have to take care of your body as well, because what you're putting into it, or how you treat it and how you even communicate with it, is going to have an effect. It's going to affect how well you will connect with these energies that are coming in. So it's really important that you look at your diet, that you look at are you getting enough fitness. Something like yoga could be really good, because that helps with your alignment and it really opens up your chakras. Things like that. So that's something you really need to address as well, your physical health, because the more energized and healthy you feel, the more profound this connection will be, and the better, you'll be a better receiver for it, right? So you really just have to take care of yourself in mind, body and spirit. That's the main message here. Take care of yourself in mind, body and spirit, and then you will be in the best position possible to receive these energies and messages, so that you can then share them with others, as well as use it to help yourself. Okay? But I don't think I need to put anything else. I think that pretty much summarizes it pretty loud and clear. So yeah, Libra, I hope that was helpful. Do let me know in the comments if this resonates with you, because obviously it will not apply to everyone to the same extent, but I feel like most of you will feel that on some level. And yeah, do watch some of the other videos if you know the rest of your charts, because it can give you a little bit more insight as to where your individual path is headed. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed it. If you do hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you have access to all of the upcoming readings, and hit the notifications bell next to it so you'll be informed as and when they're uploaded. And yeah, thanks again for tuning in, and I look forward to doing another reading with you very soon.